You want to talk about somebody else? This crazy girl is yelling, and I'm like, hey, God, it's rats.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a 2-in-1 review of episode 4 and episode 5 of Real Housewives of Lagos. We were not able to do a review for episode 3 last week, so we're going to do one today, just add everything up together. So let's get into it. If you remember, episode 3 ended with the girls still at the Bohemian team party, and this is after Laura and Caroline had, squashed and, kind of resolved their issues, yeah, or so we thought, to be honest, because it seems like there's some kind of unresolved issues between those girls. I don't even know what it is. They had made peace and just kind of resolved things amicably, maybe not fully, just amicably, and then Chioma just thought that it was okay to then ask Laura to tell her sister Linda to take down a story she wrote about her business partner Kika Goodhair. Now, if you know Kika Goodhair has was in the news sometime last year, and she even got arrested in Ghana. It was for like a whole big deal, and we haven't really heard much about her after that incident. Laura just went off. She was shouting, "Fuck Kika, who the fuck is Kika?" She just went off.
We're trying to pull down Caroline's stories that were lies. Pull down Kika's stories that were lies. And she proceeded to like, fuck Kika. Who the fuck are you talking about? About Kika? Say that to her face then.
It's been a lot of fuck you, fucker, ficky, fucker, fucker, fuku, going back and forth.
Fuck Kika! Fuck Kika!
I think Laura is being absolutely uncouth. Her response was undignified, unnecessary, and uncalled for.
Fuck you! You too, Laura.
It made me think that probably there's some kind of issue or between these three girls, as Laura, Chioma, and Kika, that we don't know about, because maybe they used to be friends, like Laura said. Maybe Laura used to be friends with these two girls before they had a falling out or whatever. And it's possible that this is what is causing the rifts. So it's like they just put girls that had history with each other in the same show. I don't know what history Iyabo has with any of these girls, but it seems like Chioma has history with Laura, and Tiana has history with Caroline. It's like a whole mess up and a whole big thing. And they just went off. Chioma and Laura were just calling themselves names, and just going, there was like a lot of back and forth. Tiana and Iyabo then trying to do some kind of ice breaking to just kind of calm them down, make everything calm. And the girls actually then just said, you know what, I'm cool with you right now, you're cool with me. But in their confessionals, Chioma is like, we're not friends, but we try and just coexist. Same thing Laura said, we're not friends, I don't give a fuck about you, but we'll try and coexist, which is, which I think is quite mature, if you ask me. And they all made up. There was some meditation, and then the girls said to play a game. Now, in this game is tell me 2 truths and 1 lie. And then we find out that apparently Laura's best friend has had an affair with her husband. And according to what she said, it seems like she and her husband were best friends before they got married. And that's my issue with all these female bestie kind of arrangements. I do not like it for anything. So if they were best friends, they could have just stayed in their own. Why did Laura now have to bring her friend in the mix, and the guy it's just like a whole lot of things. So we found out that apparently Laura's husband, she used to date one of Laura's best friends. This was before they even got together. Then also before Laura and her husband started dating, and before they even got married and all. But But yeah, my dear Sabisha. So that happened, and we just played the game. After that, we then moved to Chioma's place of work, where it's now her turn to plan a party, and everybody just to plan like a getaway to the land of perfume, the land of saints. Yeah, don't know where they are going yet. So she has like these boxes that she would send out to the girls, and then before that, one of Chioma's employees lost his arm in an accident, on his way back from work. They had to amputate his arm. So Chioma had ordered a prosthetic arm for him, which is actually quite nice. My only issue with this thing is that the guy looks very uncomfortable. It's just like, and it seemed like Chioma wanted to do like a whole handing over ceremony. But the guy looked so and like it was like he didn't even want to be, in front of the camera, and that was so nice of Chioma to do that for the guy. And then the next thing we see, Chioma had invited the girls out for dinner to her favorite Chinese restaurant, which is in Lekki. And then the girls are all like decked out from head to toe, like they're going to the Met Gala. But why? I don't know. Is it me? Am I bush? Am I a bush girl? Because it's like it could, to be honest, it confused me because they were all decked out just to go to a restaurant in Lekki. They were not going to do like a theme party or anything. Just for them to just go sit down there and eat. And for Chioma to formally invite them to her party. It was weird. It was very weird to me. It was very weird. They are close to again A1 in dressing, but it's like the occasion and the dressing did not match. But maybe I'm bush, right? Maybe I'm bush. Yeah. Maybe I'm bush. Anyhow, Chioma invites the girls formally for the getaway. However, Iyaba will not be able to make it because she's going to Turkey. She had mentioned this earlier in episode 1, where she said she was going to go to Turkey with her daughter. We left that scene and we go, when Laura gets her box. Laura is with her friend Celine, and she invites Celine as her +1 because in the handwritten card that Chioma had sent to the girls, she wrote that they were all allowed to bring +1s, and Laura decides to bring Celine. Then we go to another scene where we see having a photo shoot for her 40th birthday, which is titled Tiana Fortified, which actually makes a lot of sense. It's titled Tiana Fortified. She does this thing everywhere where she just takes like a lot of pictures, really nice, creative, ridiculous pictures for her birthday. So this year wasn't going to be any different. So she did like she was doing a whole photo shoot for it. And as she's there, she gets a phone call. And the phone call is by our 6th cast member, Mariam. So guys, let's get to meet Mariam.
I'm not trying to brag, but I'm one of a kind. I love everything great, as you can see. I'm very funny. I'm playful. I'm a family woman. I care for who I love.
Tiana is then on the phone with Mariam, and then Mariam says that she's coming to meet Tiana at where she's doing her shoot, which is at Lekki Conservation Center. So she gets there, they talk for a bit, and then Tiana gets her box of invites from Good Hair, and she invites Mariam as her plus one for the event. So this would be Mariam's first time meeting the girls, you know, in this season, in this series. So this would be Maria's introduction to the girls, you know, at the party that Chioma is planning. So they move from that scene, and next thing we see, they are at the airport ready for the getaway. They get there. Tiana gets there on time with Laura, and I think with Mariam also. And you know, they are waiting, and Tiana is vexed as for why is Chioma and Caroline not here on time. And we came on time, and you know, we've been waiting. Then after a while, Chioma and Caroline walks in. Caroline says hi to Tiana. Tiana goes, "Why are you late?" And they show Caroline in her confessional.
And I say hello to Tony, and I was expecting her to say hello, and then she went, "Boo, you kept us waiting, you're so late."
People are always late. Oh, I got here, but last dinner too, you were late.
Hey girl, that's not how to read. Like, when someone says hello, you first of all say hello and say, "Oh, what happened? You're late," you know?
I waited 2 hours.
No, last dinner we were late. This one we weren't even late. Because
No,
they work with the
they
time.
informed me.
You're not my mom, why talk to me like that? Are you aware that I was sick?
Am I a witch? How will I know if you're sick or not? Did you tell me you're sick or something? Maybe she wanted me to baby her or back her on my back and pet her and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm sick" or something. If you didn't tell me you're sick, I wouldn't know. You know, she has all this bitchy attitude. She thinks she's fly and bitchy, but that's her business. She doesn't even know that she's just rude for nothing.
So again, I think there's some kind of, again, clash between Tiana and, sorry, not clash, history between Tiana and Caroline. Because if you remember, there was a time that Laura said that Tiana and Caroline used to be friends, but they had a falling out. So it's possible that there's some kind of history there, but we don't know what it is yet. But we'll find out eventually. Everything will come out. Breeze will blow, and you know, we open. And then the girls then enter a private jet. Chioma is a big girl. Chioma is a big girl. Chioma is a big girl. So, and then the girls board a private jet to Abuja. And they're staying in Transcorp Hilton, guys. Again, Chioma is a big girl. I mean, I'm guessing she's the one funding this trip, right? So if she's the one funding the trip, she's a big girl. I don't know if it's the producers of the show that fund this trip, but if she's the one funding the trip, then Chioma is a big girl. Please give it to her. Hands down. She's a big girl. Swiley. The girls get to Abuja, and you know, they're all in your rooms chilling. The plus ones, they all come to meet them. So they couldn't fly the PJ, so they all flew like commercial flight. Fast forward to the party. So they had like slumber party where they're all wearing pajamas, and the girls are just there seated. The girls and their plus ones, they were all just there seated. Awkward and long silence. And as they're just there, they're all just pressing their phones. Then in comes Mariam. Mariam is a ball of energy. She comes, she's very jovial, she's very friendly, she's going around meeting everybody. And then she goes to introduce herself to Caroline. Oh, hi, she says hi, and I'm Mariam. And then Caroline just goes this, "Oh, hi." I'm like, how do you shake someone like this? It's weird. You shake someone like this, right? Cool. Like, "Hi, how are you?" Yes. But, and Mariam, I think Mariam actually found that, no, she did find out disrespectful, because she then said in our confession, I was like, "Bitch, what's this?" Like, she meets all the girls and sits down. Chioma then decided that it was time to play a game of musical chairs, and she and Mariam are the last two, and Mariam won. But according to Chioma, she let Mariam win because it's her party, and she didn't think it was right for her to actually win the event. So I'm like, yeah, baby, you don't care. So from that, they play a game of Never Have I Ever. So this game, if you've never done anything, don't drink. But if you have, drink. So Chioma goes, never have I ever had a threesome.
Never ever have I had a threesome.
Wow.
And then and then Caroline is like,
Too much. In front of total strangers that don't know you.
I'm like, if that's what Mariam wants to do, leave Mariam to do what she wants to do. You can't judge her for not doing something you would, or doing something that you would not do. It just seemed kind of, bitchy. Chioma then asked another question of saying, never have I ever kissed a girl before. And Mariam, I see you. Sexually liberated girl. I see you. Thumbs up. Chioma then asked another question. Never have I ever slept during sex before. And Mariam and Tiana go. It was just really nice. It was really nice to watch. They play another game of truth or dare, and then Caroline is like,
The game that Chioma is introducing right now is Truth or Dare. Now, for me, if you're going to play Truth or Dare, you have to go all out for it. So I like to play such games with my man. Basically, it's more fun.
I'm like, I beg. It's, you're here without a man. You have a man, but the man is not here. So live in the moment and play the game. You either want to be here, or you can go back to your room and let you know you don't play the game at all. Game of truth or dare, and just start asking questions, and then Tiana asks Caroline, what happened between you and your husband?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why is she always trying to talk about my marriage? This is not the first time she's done it.
And then Tiana goes,
Yeah, calm down. I know what happened between you, but like you said, you don't want to talk about this again.
Yeah.
So I'll ask you another one.
I'm like, again, guys, there is something between these two girls, Diana and Caroline. There has to be like some sort of relationship, because it was like, oh, I know what happened, but okay, let me ask you something else. It was weird. And obviously Caroline didn't really appreciate the question.
If Tony feels like talking about someone's marriage, you should start with her baby daddy first.
So, which is fair, to be honest. It's very fair. She doesn't want to talk about it. Like, again, it's a free word. You choose what you want to do. Nobody will force you to do what you don't want to do. Just remember that, okay? Remember that. Hope you know that. Mariam decides to ask Laura why she got her nose and her chin injected. And then, Laura is very honest, saying that she wanted to have she always wanted to have a bridge. She didn't have one. And, she just wanted to look a certain way. And if she wanted to do it, that's fine. And anybody was like, oh, she really appreciate that. They really appreciate the honesty. But to be honest, we all knew that it was a thing on Instagram that Laura had her face injected with Botox. It's a popular story. I mean, there's nothing new there. There's nothing new there, at all. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. They all played the game and had fun. The next thing we see is in the morning, Chioma is up and she's going to Caroline's room with a box of chocolates. See here, guys. Something with this series, you get someone's room in the morning and you're bringing a box of chocolates. You're not going for any. Again, maybe ambush. Okay, maybe ambush. I don't know how to read people, so maybe ambush game. I think Thomas in the room with Caroline. Then we then move to another scene where we see Mariam at the poolside with Rihanna, and they're all just talking. And then Mariam tells Tiana about the handshake that happened between her and Caroline, and Tiana is like, "Oh wow," and she's like, "Yeah, it just came up like very bitch." Chioma and Caroline are having a discussion.
What did you think about Toyin's question to you, though?
About my husband.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would really appreciate it if no one asked me about my ex-husband anymore, because number one, even if I want to talk about my ex-husband, I want to do it at my own time. I just feel the same way she wouldn't want anyone to ask her about her husband is the same way I wouldn't want anyone to ask me about my ex-husband.
I don't think Tiana should have asked her that question. Then we go back to where Tiana and Mariam are at the poolside. Tiana, however, says that she's not feeling too great and that she wouldn't go for the next activity that they were going for. They would always go to the park and do some kind of fun activities. But she was going to go because she wasn't really feeling so great. So Mariam should take the time out to meet the girls and just get to know them by herself without her being in the mix. She's actually quite reasonable. Now see Chioma going down to Laura's room, and then it was a bit awkward to watch, to be honest. Like, knowing the history and what has happened on this show between these girls, it was a bit awkward to see them in the same setting.
Obviously, there's been some underlying tension based on our issues in the past, but she's on my trip and I want to make sure she feels comfortable and ready for the rest of the day. I feel better now. I feel better. I get back to a little better. Not that I know the whole before, but we're not friends.
But however, it was good. It was good. It was good to see them, like that, and that they just kind of just had like a cordial conversation. We didn't see them at the activity for the day. They went go partying. Also, they went to have some fun with playing paintball. So yeah, that happened. Fun activities lined up. Great. Next thing we see them. Next thing is they all go for dinner. And as usual, everybody's elegant and dressed properly and so nice. And everybody's just wearing black and silver, black and silver, black and silver, apart from Caroline. Chioma gets in first as the host, and then Laura and her plus one, Selena. I think that's her name. Celine, are the second set of people to arrive, and Chioma and Laura again having a cordial conversation. So I'm quite impressed. Actually, I'm actually quite impressed at this point. Next set of people to come in is Tiana and it's Miss Tiana, and it looked gorgeous. Obviously, Tiana's dress. Used to meet Miss Tiana's dress. Great. Then next set of people to arrive is Mariam and Chioma's plus one to the event. Also looked really elegant. But guess what? They all just wore black and silver. Chioma wore black and silver. Laura wore black and silver. Tiana wore black and silver. Little Miss Tiana wore black and silver. Selena wore white. Mariam wore black and silver. And Chioma, whose hair plus one, also wore black and silver. Again, crazy stuff. And guess what? It wasn't even planned. So I think what happened is that black is your go-to color. You cannot get it wrong with black. The styling might be wrong, but black is a go-to color anytime, any day. Anytime, any day. Last person to come is Caroline. She was looking so gorgeous, like a rich auntie. Like she got like, her dressing was on point. I give it to her. Her dressing was was on, she stood out. It was really great to see her like that. So she came, sat down. And before drinks came, Chioma decided to play yet another game. This game, you would pick somebody and then you say what you thought about the person and what's your impression of the person is now. The next thing we see Mariam in the pool. She's going for a swim. And Mariam's boobs are just massive. She also invited Laura to come join her. Laura is going back to Lagos, so she was going to have like a quick chat with Laura to know what her kind of person is. They had a quick chat, and Laura just told her that there was like a bit of friction between her and Caroline, and also Chioma. And then
She telling me now that things blah 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 happen, altercation, that she mentioned her family, which is for me it's a no.
Nah, I mean, like,
no?
you get me. And that's what happened between Chioma and I. And then
Chioma really?
Chioma, yeah. Why are you saying Chioma really? Chioma,
Because I know like she is like I don't think she works in it, but she's very family orientated. So you were talking about other people's family should not even be.
no, she went there, and we.
And then Laura made a statement that she thinks that she and Mariam would clash. Yeah, balls of energy. So one ball of energy and one ball of energy. Once they come together, combust. Like, so yeah. So she thinks that they will clash. Mariam, however, doesn't think that they will. I don't think that they will either. So I don't think that they will step on each other's toes knowingly. It may happen unknowingly, but however, it will depend on how they try to resolve it. That would make or mar their friendship. But they told each other beforehand and apologized to each other in case they clash in the future. So funny. Laura then leaves Abuja, and then we go back to Lagos. We see Radisson Blue, and apparently Laura has invited the girls out, for a lunch date, and to also formally invite them for her fashion launch. So Laura is going to launch a clothing line, for like powerful, classy, and sophisticated women, which is all the women in the entire world, obviously. So she decided to just, invite the girls for the fashion for launch, to formally invite them. And, the first person to get there is Mariam. She and Laura, they're talking, and then in comes Yabojo looking so gorgeous.
It's so fine. It's so fine. Thank you.
Like, looking so nice. And guess what? She had her teeth done, and her teeth look so great. Like, I think, if I have money, I'm going to do that teeth. I'll go do it. The teeth looks so nice, so great, and she looks so beautiful. Makeup on point, hair on point, clothes on point, shoe on point, skin on check, everything on fleek. Yabojo is there talking with Laura, and then Laura takes the opportunity to invite them for her fashion show, and also tells them that she would like for them to walk her runway, and they agreed. Okay, so in comes Tiana, and obviously they get to talking, and Laura also invites Tiana. And Yabojo asks where's Chioma and Caroline, because they are the only two ladies from this group of friends that aren't there.
Well, where is Caroline and Chioma? Did you invite them? Did you invite them?
Yeah, I did.
I've not seen them since I got back now.
You haven't? Sincerely? I don't give a shit if they show up. I'm sorry.
And obviously, Laura is hurt because She then says, I don't give a fuck if they come, I'm okay. And I'm just like, it's so I know that they're not cool, but I feel like if somebody should extend some sort of invitation to you, the onus is on you to either say you're coming or you're not coming. I think it's just simple courtesy to say I'm coming or not coming. But they didn't reach out to Laura, I guess, and they didn't say anything about coming or not coming. Laura then says, oh, that she's cool with the girls.
I don't have a problem with Karen. I don't even have a problem with Chioma, right? But Caroline seems to do everything Chioma does. Like, if Chioma goes to the left, Caroline will go to the left. If Chioma, it's not shade, it's something I will say in front of Caroline. If Chioma says, I will not show up today, Caroline will not show up.
Caroline is a follow. It's not funny because the last time I heard somebody call anybody follow was when I was in college, in secondary school. So she calls, Tiana calls Caroline follow. And Yabo then decides to take it on herself to.
Caroline is a follow. Do you know what we call follow? Like, she goes everywhere or does anything Chioma says.
Yabo then takes it upon herself to call Chioma and ask Chioma, oh, why aren't you here?
But I don't want to jump into conclusion. So I'm going to put a call through to Chioma.
Chioma, where are you? I doubt if she's coming.
In Abuja. Oh my God.
In Abuja.
My auntie's 60th birthday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen you girls since I got back, and I've been asking both of you, and you and Caroline, you're not here. So I just decided to put a call. No, Caroline is not here.
But she just told Laura that, instead of not communicating and not coming, because if Laura did truly send out the invitation, she should have just told that, oh, I'm staying in Abuja and I can't come, instead of just radio silence. And also tries to call Caroline, and Caroline didn't pick. And that's the end of episode 5, season 1 of Real Housewives of Lagos. But as usual, they showed us clips from next week. So let's watch that clip, guys.
Next on the Real Housewives of Lagos. What is going on? Honestly, with Laura, I tried. Do you think that you can come for a show tomorrow and bring Caroline? Obviously, Laura hasn't deemed it fit to invite me. Don't come. Bye.
Next week is going to be hot. I'm here for the drama. I'm here for it. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you made it to this part of the show, you are the real superheroes. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the Real Housewives of Lagos review, and I hope you like it. Please, though, I did beg you, subscribe to my channel. Pico Kwanu. Oh, Pico. Piano subscribe button. Oh, Piaya. Oh, and also turn on post notification. Oh, Pico. Nji Chilikana. Ayono. Oh, Pico Kwanu. Oh, Pico. Okay, thank you so much for comments. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like this video. You can also connect to me on Instagram and also connect to me on TikTok. Until next time, bye.